Okay, gang, as promised, today I'm going to teach you guys how to sharpen your knives, Japanese knives, with a whetstone. Look, I'm no expert, pretty good at this, so I'm just going to share the knowledge with you that I have. I use this dual stone. It's 1,000 grit on this side, 6,000 on this side. We start with the coarser grit to get the knife, the bulk of the sharpening done right up to this burr stage, and then we use the 6,000 grit, the fine side, to smooth it out. So the first thing we want to do is just get it into water for about 15 minutes. Let that soak, and we'll be right back. Okay, 15 minutes is up. Gonna put that there. Don't need this anymore. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is just establish the side that we're gonna sharpen more. I'm right-handed, so this is my dominant side. So this is the side that we're gonna be sharpening more, and this side we're gonna be sharpening less. I'm gonna start by sharpening the non-dominant side first. So that's this side down. And what we want to do is just lay the knife flat on the stone, put our 2 fingers over the tip, keep it on an angle, and we're just going to raise this angle till we can feel the blade go flush with the stone. It's going to be a little bit more on this side and a little bit less on the sharper side. So think of, on this side, if you stacked up 3 pennies, you'd be able to fit them underneath the blade on this side here. So that's kind of the angle that we want. You're going to start with your 2 fingers, your thumb on the spine, and your forefinger or your index finger on the heel. And we're going to use the 2 fingers here to keep pressure on the blade at the correct angle. We're just going to pull it towards us. Loose on the way up, and we'll just pull down like that. And what we're going to do is keep moving our fingers down and work section by section. And just to make sure that when you can hear that correctly, this is me putting pressure on the way down, pulling it towards me, loosen the way up, and down. Now, when you get into a bit of a rhythm, you might not be able to tell the difference, but I can assure you it's the pressure is only coming on the way down towards me. You put the pressure on the way up, you could roll over your fingers and really slice them. So just keep working it section by section on the way down. Keeping on that angle, pressure on your thumb on the spine, index finger on the heel. It takes some practice to keep that angle the same, but if you stop, you should be able to see, yeah, I can still fit my 3 pennies under there. Now, as you get close to the end, it's hard with the heel to get that corner, so I do tend to straighten it out a bit. What you can see is this sort of mud starting to form, and that's good. You get to use that to help with the sharpening process. So you want to do a few passes. You can add, if you feel it needs it, you can add a few drops of water throughout the process. Okay, so we can do that one or two more times, and then it's time to do the sharper side. So this is where we switch our grip. So our thumb now moves to the heel, our index finger along the spine, our two fingers stay here. Now this is where again, you want to lay the knife flat and lift it up until you feel it go flush. This side is not going to be as high. Where the other side was 3 pennies high, this is only going to be 2. So it's a little bit of a shallower angle. And this time we're also using our fingers to push away from us. Because again, if we brought that blade towards us and towards our fingers, you're at risk of cutting yourself. And same thing, just keep moving your fingers section by section down, keeping equal pressure on your thumb and your index finger. And you can see I'm getting a lot of that nice mud built up on this 1000 grit side. I just got to make sure I correct my finger grip. I screw it up every once in a while. One more time. Let me just clean this up a bit. So what we want to feel is feel along the edge. Feel for that burr. This being the sharper side, you're going to feel a burr on the non-dominant side of your knife. And as long as that burr is even, you're not feeling any spots where you missed it, you're good to go. We can start to finish this knife, which is where we're at. Now, the 6000 grit side, you don't want it as wet as you started off with on the 1000 grit side, which is great because it's been sitting out for about 5-10 minutes while I've been doing this, and so the water is soaked into this fleece here. So we're going to start in the exact same cycle that we did in the last one, where we're going to do the non-dominant side first. Now, again, thumb on the spine, index finger on the heel, lay the knife flat. We're going to lift up 3 pennies high in the back, and we're just going to, with not as much pressure, just drag this along, finishing grit side. Take that burr off. A very nice finish to this knife. You can see the mud starts to form pretty quickly. That's what you want. Yeah, you can see that coming along quite nicely. One more pass. Should be good. Switch our grip. Thumb on the heel, index finger on the spine. We're pushing away from ourselves now. 2 pennies high in that backside, so it's a little shallower angle. We're almost done. This is the best time of the day to do this. I don't have my neighbors with their leaf blowers. It's just birds. Hopefully you can hear all that. Okay. So the burr's gone. This is a sharp knife. Like to look at it down the edge. See if there's any nicks or burrs you missed. Pretty damn good. Now, of course, the final test. You want to make sure you do that from edge to edge too. Just so you see, make sure that it doesn't catch. If there was a burr, you would feel it drag a bit. Okay, here we go. A sharpened Japanese knife on a whetstone. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Comment below. As always, very grateful for this community. Thanks.